So, when I was playing earlier, the game crashed out on me and died. Since then, it only saved up to a certain point, obviously, and since that, I've been trying to do everything I did last time, except it hasn't gone that way. When I looked at the billboard, it actually worked this time, and then I got to like put together those pieces, and then when I went up there and I was trying to grab my coat like I did last time, this time it didn't work. So I think, honestly, I might just do it again. And see if, cause I don't really care about the billboard thing. I could get that eventually if I wanted to, but I was really far into...
A crumpled, the sign billboard has fallen on the waterlock. Keep it.
Actually, yeah, you know what? I'm not even gonna deal with that right now. I really want to get that coat because I want to be able to do that. I also went through all this again with this guy. Nothing changes there. I don't get anything out of it. I don't have money to buy half the stuff. I'm gonna try this again. And I fear that I might just continue doing it until it works out in my favor again. Because I was so mad that it did that. And as soon as it did it, I remembered that I've had this issue with this game even the last time I played it, like last year. That the autosave isn't very frequent. And it crashes a lot. At least it does on mine. So if I can get it over here this time, I'm gonna save it as soon as I get there.
RCM markings is still caught on the railing.
Thank God.
As you leap in the air,
Amazing.
as
I knew you could do.
With your feet.
Okay. Save. I need to remember just to do that in general. It's just a good idea. I should like. I should just be saving anyway, but oh wait, I'm gonna take the gloves off. My controls lately have been insane.
All those empty wine bottles and cigarette butts on the ground.
I've done this all already.
They went through 6.
Well, yes, I think we can say with relative confidence that it was you.
This is the night watch.
If you must.
Nothing
Sorry,
looks like the
be a lot of
inhabitants.
repeats.
It's a black.
Why did you take that picture of your...
I was just afraid. I honestly started because I didn't think I was gonna be able to do it the same. And then I kind of realized, why don't I just... why don't I just reload again and try it again? Because I didn't accomplish anything anyway. Also, I'm gonna go in here first. Forgot about that. Alright. Here's the problem with this as well. I'm pretty sure I have to roll for one of these things.
On second,
It's unfortunate.
let's see what's inside. The drawer opens smooth. Hundreds of and the same material. It's hard to make sense of this thicket of company names, dates. Look how blurry
Are
all the
you
lines
fucking
on these.
joking?
Hermeneutics was almost within your grasp, but now only vague letters float before your eyes. Less meaning.
Is that what you're doing with those folders? My thought exactly, officer. Shall we?
The drawer.
Dude, see, now I'm like, do I reload to the roof again? I can't keep doing that, right? Like, I feel like that's cheating. And honestly, I'm not sure what the point would be anyway. All that's in there is a to-do list, so it's fine.
The front of this quarterly journal features a large satirical portrait of the late King Friesel. From the sides of his head, a pair of white antlers spread to the corners of the cover. Because white antlers are one of the symbols of communism, they represent a society in accord with the natural world and at the same time above it. Because Friesel was incompetent, foolish, and cruel. In short, the embodiment of everything the communards wished to overthrow. To your disappointment, there aren't any full-color pictures to direct your attention. Just column after column of closely set text, interrupted occasionally by little doodles in black and white. No advertisements, you notice. So who's funding this radical commentary? After rifling the pages with your thumb several times, you return to the table of contents. The magazine is divided into several sections.
Oh god,
International
this is longer
development.
than I wanted it to
Comrade, as you know, but like the structure, perhaps. So please,
This
if you value our radical
so
Mazovian
much.
perspective on contemporary politics, culture, and international affairs,
What
please
do we
consider
think this is a
subscribing today.
communist magazine?
What do you expect? It was laying around the office of the Debarders Union. They're probably bankrolling this thing.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you. This section includes a long, tedious critique of the latest round of free. You also skip. Whoa. Bear wrestling. Flip back to that.
Alright.
It seems to be part of a new public fitness initiative in the People's Republic of Samara, SRV, devised and promoted by none other than President Kanajinsky himself. According to this extremely credulous account, Uncle Sport, as he's affectionately known to his people, has recently decreed. Of course not. The article, according to the SRV's Ministry of Information, the program has
Hard
been
to fight a bear if you're
tremendous.
drunk.
Precisely. For too long, drink has been a scourge to the working class. And President...
The Samaran People's Republic? No, I should expect not. Why do you ask?
No reason.
You know, not too long ago, I listened to a fascinating radio program on traditional Samaran folk dances. The costumes they wear are supposed to be extraordinary. In any event, no, I haven't seen any evidence there's a Samaran angle to this case.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
I knew inspecting this item would probably entail a lot. What I didn't expect was for it to go over my head. But a lot of things do, so I shouldn't be surprised. But like, God, they're just fucking rambling on and on about this. But I have to do all of it or it'll bother me.
It takes a moment, but gradually it dawns on you that Kunst und Kultur must mean arts and culture.
That's me. Cunts. And Coulter.
As you leaf through this section, you come across several reviews of recent radio plays, as well as a brief artist spotlight featuring a local artist identified only as CS. The main feature, though, is a long essay titled Tip Top Tourney, a critical Mazovian perspective.
I want to say it sounds dull in return to the table of contents, but I fear I'm going to have to...
This so-called artist spotlight is really just a brief Q&A. Made all the brief... The actual article is surprisingly light on details, but after skimming a page or two, you gather that it has something to do with motor carriage racing.
Okay, now see, that I can get behind.
If you don't follow it, you only ever hear about the ludicrous sponsorships and obscene death toll. You think you're settling in for a relaxing recap of the most recent season, maybe sprinkled with some nice anecdotes about a few of the more colorful drivers. Instead, you find yourself skimming a 10,000-word feature about all the politically problematic aspects of Tip Top Tourney.
What the fuck's wrong with the Tip Top?
Where to even start? For one, there's the crass commercialism of its sponsorships. And then there's the practically criminal emphasis on deadly motor crashes.
What's wrong with a good motor crash? They just keep it interesting. That's me, if we're keeping it real.
And that precisely is what's problematic about it. Were it not for the promise of random, spectacular violence, audiences would quickly lose interest.
You've got a point.
At the end of the day, it's the destruction of these 750,000 real racers that you're really watching for.
Wow. Wow, you're right. I really am just in it for the violence. Nope. I like the racing.
Sure, you think that, but subconsciously, it's the visions of brand names being engulfed in flames that you crave.
I don't know if I go that far.
That's because you haven't been reading critically. But don't worry. The whole point of these sorts of articles is to let someone else read critically for you.
Kim, this article literally says that no one really watches the racing. I don't really know how I feel about that.
Oh, come on. Can this article read your mind? A certain kind of young man reads one or two books and suddenly thinks he understands the secret structures of reality. If I had to wager, I'd say they've never even seen the inside of a motor, much less a motor race. I take whatever they write with a large grain of salt.
Period. This is why you're my man.
You flip back to the front of the magazine. The table of contents unfolds before you.
One more.
Unsurprisingly, much of this section is taken up with articles declaring unqualified support for the dock workers' strike. You skim the headlines. Paint the harbor red and white. Martinez tames the wild pines. A city in revolt. First we take Martinez, then we take La Delta. Finally, there's a brief article by the writer G. Martin, accusing the owner of the Capeside Apartments of illegally attempting to evict certain communist tenants simply for not having paid their rent.
Why should I care? This doesn't have anything to do with me. I'm going with that.
The eternal problem, according to G. Martin, is that under capitalism, the worker is rendered incapable of perceiving their own agency or lack thereof. Thus, they tend to experience their own oppression as though it were happening to somebody. Is that true? Have you felt estranged from your own self recently? You flip back to the front of the magazine.
Time to put it the fuck away. Thank God.
It's just a racist mug. But it will not happen.
Oh, the mug does not want to talk to me. Okay. So, by not opening that drawer, and not going back to retry it, I will be missing out on a dialogue option from, oh, what's his name? That fun little lad on the top of the containers. Leo? I will be missing out on that because I can ask him about him, but I don't really know if there's much else besides that. I'm like, I don't know how
A rusting
important
marsh.
it was.
With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
And this takes forever too, for no reason.
And the harbor sleeps as the strike. The rust, a faint
I can't see how that was worth.
Sorry, I don't mean to skip through it, but we've already done this. I love stealing everybody's money.
Before you stands a
And
You
I
do?
can't
There are a
open
million
this
containers.
because
We are not here to interact with containers.
no rip. The knock produced you turn to your left. The
takes
lieutenant considers
insane
your
rhetoric.
actions.
I had a thought bubble. Where'd it go? Boring. Sloppy. Lazy. Oh wait. I need to be down here to be that. Why is it locked? I swear I opened that earlier. That pisses me off. To an extent that I can't quite explain. Oh god, here we go. I'm gonna skip through a lot of this. I'm so sorry.
The lyrics, the accent,
Container.
We talked to a
I see you
lot.
are not a union man, mister. I mean, just some of the other guys don't. Oh, people.
Thank you for clarifying that.
Oh, I'm just making some covers for them containers here. Yes, I am. Sure, mister. About what? Oh, we're on a.
So no one?
Not. But Titus and his boys. Oh, I'm not really supposed to talk about that. Him and his boys stirred up something in town. Probably drank too much. I guess the boys got.
Easy, Leo. Let's keep this on the hearties.
I remember, but Mr. Everett.
you'll
Yeah, this
never
was
get
a
anything
mistake.
useful out of him.
Yes, I'm like, actually,
Who is this?
a real pretty but I can't.
Stay on this Miss Beaufort topic.
Oh, Lizzie, she is a real sharp tool. Mr. Everett put her through some fancy school and everything, but she's a real nice girl. Grew up in this here neighborhood. If me missus and me was to have a child, I'd be real happy if she turned out like her. Dr. Lemaitre said so, and she knows about such things. Been a doctor for almost 50 years, she has.
They're doing a great job,
Yes.
Leo.
This
Well, thanks a. Sometimes I feel some of the guys don't real. Oh, that.
told you.
Oh, guys like Miss. Oh, Mr. Everett is usually in his office, of course.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Here's where I'm gonna stop again and save again, even though, unfortunately, I have missed out on a few different things. My last run through was just so good. I'm really upset that it didn't save, but better to have half of this shit done if it does it again than to not. So, and I hate this motherfucker too. Let the record show that. I don't know why I always have it so zoomed out, because I can never tell where the fuck I'm supposed to be walking. Alright, here we go.
Before you is a walrus of a man seated behind a large desk. He looks up from his work, not the least bit surprised to see you.
Also, I think his voice is also in the top 5 worst of this game, if I remember correctly.
With great effort, he straightens himself up in his chair, yet says nothing. He simply stares at you with a mixture of expectation and impatience, well bottled.
Hello!
Welcome, Mr. Dubois, Mr. Kitsuragi. It's good of you two to stop by. Please, have a seat.
I was correct.
I'm Everard Clare, head of the Debarders Union here in Martinez. I'd offer you my hand, but unfortunately my health prevents me from getting up. You understand?
He looks extremely comfortable. The tiny folding chair, on the other hand, looks like a torture device.
You go ahead, detective.
Whatever he has in store for you, it can't be good, he thinks. I'll do my best. Forget about that. What's with this Dubois stuff? You're getting some seriously bad vibes from that name.
Why are you calling me Mr. Dubois?
Please, Mr. Dubois, let us converse in a civilized manner, as equals.
It's nothing. Yes, that's probably right.
I don't sit.
It's nothing.
It's kind of my thing.
Very well, Mr. Dubois. I respect a man with strong convictions. I, too, have convictions.
Wait a minute.
One of which is that I will not engage with any man who won't face me at eye level.
Wait a minute. We need to go back to, as he nods, his multiple chins move like ocean waves. That is diabolical.
Should you find yourself more amenable in the future, I'd gladly resume our conversation. But
Oh,
until
fuck.
then, I'm afraid I must ask you to leave.
I must have
You're
messed
no
it up.
Titan affiliation, buddy.
Fine, I'll
He's got
take a
you in
seat.
full.
Excellent, Mr. Dubois. I can see that you're a reasonable man, and reasonable men can be of great use to one another.
I'm gonna remain serious.
So tell me, how can the head of the Debarders Union help a representative of the Revachol Citizens Militia today?
The chair you're sitting on has got to be the most uncomfortable chair in the world. It's violating your backside.
You know what? I too have been violated on my backside. You get used to it.
By the way, I heard you got a rather rude reception from a certain Lawrence Gart. Some people have no manners, it pains me to say.
They are definitely the same voice actor.
This should take care of that nonsense. It should be sufficient to cover your expenses for a few days and patch over your differences with a cafeteria manager. Go ahead, take it.
Wow, that's 25 real. That's good money. You need it.
Only 25? Also, I thought it was Real. Why are we saying it like Real now? You know Gart?
Yes, I know Lawrence. He's a real character. No union man in him. A real piece of work, that boy is.
Agreed.
With a grin, he points to the checker game. It's like you're on a game show. At least don't thank him for it.
You could take that comically large check and shove it up your ass. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I'll take it and not say anything, but he's gonna make me do something. I'm not just gonna be able to just take it.
Is there anything you'd like to say to me? Or...
No.
No, it's cool.
Cool? I wouldn't go that far. I'm sure there are cooler things than delivering a comically oversized novelty check to a cafeteria manager. But, sure, if that's what's cool nowadays.
Also, I owe him 100 real. What the fuck is this $25 check gonna do for me?
Now, I'd like to set your mind at ease about one other matter. Your lost gun. Let me assure you, Union people are on it as we speak. I've got my best hounds looking for that lost gun.
His slug-like lips move, but all you hear is an echo. Lost gun, lost gun, lost gun. The world is swallowed by a black hole of fear.
Wow, I'm taking
Only
hits
two
of all
words
kinds.
escape its gravitational pull. lost
I'm not worried, I got this.
gun.
What? Did I do that on accident? Anyway, I'm not worried, I got this.
Are you all right, Harry? You say you got this, but you seem a little anxious to me. Don't be. Everything's going to be all right. It's not like you left it loaded. You didn't lose a loaded gun. Local children aren't out there playing with it right now, pointing it into their own mouths.
My God.
It's in a safe place. I just know it. I have a feeling everything's going to be all right.
It was loaded. There were 2 bullets in it. You always keep at least 2 barrels loaded.
Well, I feel like I should probably just talk to Kim. I don't think I can. Yeah, I can't, like. Okay.
Officer, we will deal with this later. We don't need Mr. Clare's help with this.
I wouldn't be so sure about that.
Oh, I have to do it anyways. Okay, period. Fail.
God, you're sweating. Your knee is jerking. You're about to cry, aren't you? You're about to cry because you lost your gun and those children are gonna shoot themselves with it.
So what? Men can cry too.
You want to cry? God, you're weak.
Mr. Dubois, you don't look...
What is this, Mr. Dubois? He keeps repeating. What is he trying to pull here? You need to cool the fuck down. Chill.
I
Mr.
am
Dubois.
chill, baby.
Mr. Dubois! Harry!
Keep sliding down the chair like a jello shot.
Mr. Dubois, are you okay? Can I get you a glass of water or something? Are you having some kind of medical emergency?
Maybe you could use your hands somehow, in a kind of throw-in motion, like you're throwing that Mr. Dubois act right back at him. He's Mr. Dubois.
Oh yeah, man, I'm fucking great. Keep sliding. Actually, this chair is uncomfortable, and I could use a glass of water.
What an odd demonstration of... you got me, Harry. I don't even know what. As entertaining as it was, I'm afraid we're wasting our time. And I'm an extremely busy man, as I'm sure you are too.
Okay, enough. We are here to ask you some questions pertaining to a murder investigation.
Quick, here's your window. Get yourself together and ask him questions. It is about time to stop embarrassing yourself. Questions will help you regain some of your lost dignity.
Aren't you gonna ask me how I got in?
Harry, honestly, I'm just relieved you didn't get a hernia. A man your age...
Damn, dude, this is a perfect opportunity to come back to him with a fat joke, and you guys didn't give me anything? I'm at the peak of my ability.
Yes, yes, Harry. You are obviously in peak physical condition, and I salute both your initiative and your physical prowess. Very impressive, Harry. Very impressive. Anyway, I assure you, I am a very well-informed man. Information reaches me before I even get the chance to request it.
I feel like... I don't really know... I still haven't figured out quite if things I ask or say have a negative impact or not, because, like, I want to ask, why'd you call me Mr. Dubois? I feel like that's a stupid thing to ask this man, in the current scheme of things.
Of course. Let us dispatch with the formalities. You call me Everett. My God, so it's true. I didn't want to believe it, but you are a fantastic science fiction amnesiac cop, aren't you? What are the odds of that?
I think the odds of that are very low.
My memory's fine, I'm just testing you.
So good to hear that, Harry. Apparently my sources were wrong. However, if you did have a spot of memory trouble, I could help you out. With my
Words flow like a river of honey
My
from
big
his
fat
lips.
folder.
It's just a brown folder. You can't make out what's written on it.
Are you trying to tell me you've gotten hold of some of our documents?
Mr. Kitsuragi, would you mind? Me and Harry are talking about his lost identity right now.
Don't just jump to the folder. That's not smart. Shows you're on the edge. Do some probing first.
What kind of a cop does this say?
Oh, Harry. You are the most regular, traditional, by-the-book law official imaginable.
I just want to do my job.
As do we all, Harry. We're all just trying to do our best, aren't we?
He's probably just making a guess based on your recent activity in Martinez.
So, where'd you get that folder?
This? My friends in your organization gave it to me, Harry.
I find that very suspicious. May I have a look?
I'm afraid this is meant for Union eyes only, Mr. Kitsuragi. I'm sure you understand. Please continue, Harry.
Oh. See. Drama. Okay, let's just go back to that in a minute.
Of course, Harry, of course. Wait. You need this to get in and out through the gate.
Great, wouldn't be
Here,
stuck in here.
you're one of us.
Okay, do I have anything to wear to add to drama? Oh, a -1 drama. Well, god damn it. Okay.
Wow, so someone's been a little boring. Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and thought, I'll take the boring one.
Kim, am I boring?
I wouldn't worry about that.
See? You're so regular. No need to be defensive. The regularity... Of course you do. Let's get right to it. My lord's copotype is regular cop. I'll let everyone know. I'll send out a telefax.
Sure.
Done and done.
Okay. Let's sit back down and talk to
Mr.
this
Dubois,
fuck.
a pleasure as always. You don't have to sit down this time. Let's hear it, Harry.
We'll try this. I really, really hope it works.
As you look at the folder, Everard covers it with his hand and pets it. He's hiding it from you because it's not a real RCM folder. It's just another one of those brown folders you saw in the file cabinet.
Okay, Harry, you got me. This is from the Census Bureau, not the RCM. Those Census Bureau people are absolutely corrupt. You should do something about them.
He got the name from the Census Bureau, and everything else from your actions here in Martinez.
Yes, Mr. Kitsuragi from the Census Bureau. Like I said, now I'm actually a very busy man. So is there anything else I can do for you, Harry?
That means he doesn't really know anything about you. A pity. The mystery of you will have to remain a mystery for the time being.
Yes, that's what I said. Try to keep up, okay? Let's move on.
Alright, let's talk about my
Yes,
gun.
your lost gun. My best men are on it. They're turning every stone, searching every playground, asking kids, grandmas, everyone. Your gun will be found, Harry. Let me assure you of that. It's just a matter of time and effort.
The only way to find it seems to be working with him. He might even be holding your gun hostage.
Could he really be holding my gun? The gun may have been bought from Murray's pawn shop. Does this mean if I do things for you, I'll get my gun back?
Damn it, Harry. That's exactly what it means. I'm only kidding, of course.
Of course. I understand. We help you, you help us.
The hanging?
Oh, of course. That's your main thing here. That's why you're in Martinez. I know everything that goes on around here, and I would love to help, like I'm helping you with your lost gun. I mean, it's no secret that the lynching is connected to the strike. So much to talk about. Honestly, it's been weighing on me so heavily. I understand you need to interview me.
I sense there's a but.
But there's a thing that's been keeping me up at night. I want to talk about the hanging. I mean, if we could just calmly talk, exchange information, we could blow this thing wide open.
Yes, that sounds good. Let's do that.
But I can't think straight with this thing weighing on me. You're police officers, aren't you? I have a crazy idea. You guys are basically door-opening machines. Incredibly talented at opening doors.
Kim, is that... Kim, are we widowy door opening machines?
I'm not sure I understand. If you're asking us to break down someone's door, it's not going to happen.
Come now. I just need you to go open a little door for me and leave it unlocked. A simple thing. Absolutely nothing shady about it.
Keep it cool, baby boy. You can use this.
Baby
Groove
boy.
with this. Play along. Let
It
him
makes me
throw
act
his
up
weight
saying
around.
things like that.
And when he throws it too much, and you've got him off guard, that's when you trip him up.
Whose door is it?
Oh, no one's. It's just a weasel. A weasel lives there. Nothing for you to worry about.
Why don't you do
Harry,
it?
I'm a very busy man.
You want to
Okay.
send someone a message that the police are working for you.
I repeat, I'm a very, very busy man, Mr. Kitsuragi, and therefore I must occasionally enlist outside help. A loud blabbering weasel. When weasels feel no one is watching, they start acting foolishly. Just go there, unlock the door, and leave it open. It's been such a burden on me, Harry. I just want this to be over so I can discuss business with you.
I bet you don't even know anything about the hanging.
Harry, my dear friend, I am what people call a local bigwig. I know everything that goes on in Martinez.
Alright.
Fantastic, my friend. You can get the key from Manana. He's down by the gates. Manana's like a free agent in the Union. Special operations. Hardened socialist. A real free thinker, too. He'll tell you precisely where the door is. One last thing, Harry. Just open the door. You don't need to go in or anything. I just want that weasel to come home and see the unlocked door.
Alright. What's in the container outside your
My
office?
dear Harry, there are literally millions of containers in this harbor. I couldn't possibly remember what's in all of them.
There's something special about it, okay?
Harry, you smooth-talking son of a bitch. Time is a precious resource, and I don't have enough of it to count containers with you.
Smooth talking. Maybe that's the way.
See you soon, Dib.
Okay. You are the worst, dude. Wait, how do I get out of here? Do I not? How do I get out of here? Right, because that was obvious. Sometimes, dude, I'm like... Anyway. Let's go and try to smooth talk that fucking container. I don't remember which skill it is that I need. But I know I need a lot of it.
You're back before the cargo container.
Oh, right,
Its
River.
draw has not lessened since you were last here.
He literally just said that. I'm an idiot. I just hate leveling up because I don't know ever which one to really do. How can I tell what perception and No, see? Yeah. So it won't tell me what the skill point would be, or if I... I mean... Okay. So that was as far as I can go there, I think. What I should do now probably is... go back down. Here's the question though. I'm stuck. Actually, because I can't get through this door. Oh, it'll let me now? Is it because I talked to Everard? It didn't let me the first time. That's interesting. Okay. Alright. Big scary man.
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
Period.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Are you admiring my morphophysiology? It must be frightening to stand in the shadow of this racial pinnacle. Be calm, Sandwich. You are not in danger, because you are not a threat to me.
Are his cheeks out? And also, I forgot this man calls me ham sandwich. Puff out your chest and say nothing.
What is this androgynous display of sexual maturity?
I feel like... Is this man homophobic or something?
Merely standing up makes you sweat profusely. Your breathing is erratic. Your own heartbeat in your ears grows frantic, and you feel your blood pressure rise.
Stop it! You are embarrassing yourself in front of this woman and your pedomorphic friend. This display of weakness may appeal to older women with a stronger maternal instinct, but it is a liability here on Battlefield Martinez.
Jean-Luc, his body is betraying his degeneracy pretty hard. Maybe you can ask him to leave.
I'm with the police.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al-Ghul. You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from your throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
You're right, I'm an alcoholic. No, I need you to collaborate with me. Yeah, sure.
No, you don't. You need to get another drink. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the ham sandwich race is waning.
Take a step closer, although it's probably not gonna end well for me.
Jerking motions. Signs of a late-stage neurodegenerative disorder. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft. You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Khoikos. But now your ascent to the genetic summit has halted. You are obsessed with sadness and with frivolous pop culture. You will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
You're right, but I need you to help me, dude.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war. Bring your troops to the Seminine Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will store the odes to homosexuality you call art, and your microcephalic skulls.
Sorry. Ooh, let's try it.
Ask what kind of
Hell
races
yeah.
there are first. Classification is core to this stuff.
Do you?
This is for the thing.
What thing? We already got in the harbor. You just want to hear about races, don't you?
You are obviously a liberal, Sayerlight. A polyculturalist. I can see it from your love of microtechnology and your sartorial choices. Do not deny your friend the truth you have denied yourself. There are 3 categories of race.
Okay.
Those are the Simonese. A receding genetic pool has led them on. The Vespertines, the other large overproduction of sea, as proven by
so
the
sorry.
Maun and the Mesk. Occidental type A is in retrograde. The Simonese and the Areopagite are on the ascent.
Continue.
The Areopagites are sleek, long-headed. The Simonese are powerful, mesomorphic. The former is an immutable progenitor, unchanged since the Super Isola of Pericarnassus. Ancient brains rest in their slender skulls. The latter is perfected and adapting. Together they form the Simeno-Areopagite, or Simeopagite superrace. That is all. There are no more type A races in the world.
Nature was not capable of more.
Type B are the unheroic races, amorphous non-competitors of the great race. The Khoikos and the Vacholier, they are mud-colored people.
Oh.
To an untrained eye, the Khoiko appear white and pinkish, like a ham sandwich. But look into their eyes and you will see. They are of an indistinct muddy color, and so is their skin. Unhealthy, sweaty, and ashen. Pinkness is a racial quality that has to be earned through centuries of advanced ballistic warfare and cultural domination that the Grad people have undergone for drinking Al Ghul and smoking the degenerate tobacco and for eating potato. The Khoiko, the countless micronationalities of Grad, are all inexplicably obsessed with potat. The only thing they like more is divided into microscopic ethnostates, like political amoeba. Revacholians, halfway between Type A and Racial Cauldron. Two makes to know right from wrong. You tried your degenerate little revolution, which was the single greatest failure committed by humans in our 82,000-year history on this planet.
Is it 82,000 years that we've been recording history? You have very little idea of what is happening, but that seems a little off.
The revolution came to Ravachol from Grad, in Zara's written potato cards. It is literally an illness, a prion disease that leaves the parietal and frontal lobe ridden with holes. A soft, sponge-like mass of dementia, hallucination, and paranoia. The revolution is fatal familial insomnia. A hereditary prion condition passed from the Khoico to the Occidentals. But not sexually. Probably through trade roots and potate acid, the prime component of the potato plant. Enough of Tibet mediocrity. Tips the F are a museum of failed chimeric experiments, and tragic. It would be cruel. To entertain, you understand nothing. To solve the great race enigma, you have to first ask yourself, what is the race enigma? You have not even worded the mystery, let alone solved it. You need to internalize what you have heard here today, then return to me.
Great.
I cannot possibly imagine what else we have to discuss, Tibet Vacholian.
You know...
Your love for disco music and venereal disease?
Damn, dude. Take it easy. I think I'm gonna take a break. I am tired and this dude is literally stressing me out. So, we'll resume here later.